How important is an H.1 tag for SEO? Find out how important an H.1 tag is for SEO today. Here's what headers on pages mean and how they are viewed by search engines. Simply stated, H.1 header tags are important. But it isn't just making sure we use H1s on web pages or even how we use them. It's actually understanding what an H.1 is, in modern definition, and how it fits into a page's organization. More importantly, it's knowing how an H.1 and other header tags, H.2, H.3, H.4, etc., fit into the overall user experience of that page and the website as a whole. Technically, that main header tag doesn't even have to be an H.1. But, whether it is an H.1 or another header tag, that main header is incredibly significant. Let me explain. H1s aren't what they used to be. H1s used to be systematic and standardized, but no longer, as search is smarter than ever before and getting smarter every day. The idea of using an H.1 as a main category, a headline, if you will, has not changed. But the role of that header is built more around the overall user experience of the page, and how it helps to improve that experience, than the keyword variations included in it and the order in which an H.1 shows up in the header hierarchy. So, that main headline doesn't have to be an H1, but the fundamentals behind it acting as an H.1 remain. The main header of a website, which could easily be an H.1, should be an overarching, short summary of the content on the page. And the rest of the page's content should comfortably exist below it on the page, likely in the form of subheaders. To further understand the importance of an H.1 and how to craft perfect ones for your content, it helps to understand where H1s came from and how they evolved. Because now, their purpose is important, but their formality is unrestricted with rules or prerequisites. What H1s used to be. There used to be some pretty straightforward requirements for H1s in regard to SEO. Include the most important keywords. Don't use more, or less, than one H.1 per page. Make sure the H.1 is the first and largest text on a page. But Google has made it clear these are no longer the rules of the land. Websites have evolved, as has the way they are presented, the way they are crawled, by search engines, and the way they are consumed, by humans. But Google has made it clear these are no longer the rules of the land. Websites have evolved, as has the way they are presented, the way they are crawled, by search engines, and the way they are consumed, by humans. What H1s are now. Having multiple H1s isn't an issue. It's actually a fairly common trend on the web, especially with H.T.M.L5, according to Google's John Mueller in the video linked above. And how many H1s there are or where they line up on the page shouldn't be overthought if the heading structure of a certain page is the best, most organized way to present the content on that page. Your site is going to rank perfectly with no H.1 tags or with 5 H.1 tags, Mueller said in late 2019. We should always favor the user experience over keyword density or even the hierarchy of headers. Since some CMSs use styling that may make other headers more prominent than the H1 for whatever design reason. And, since having multiple H1s doesn't negatively affect a page's organic visibility, nor does an H1's lack of high-value keywords, if it makes the most sense and still summarizes the content on the page, crafting headers on a page should be done without too much focus on those elements being an H.1 over an H.2 or vice versa. It's just about making sure the content is organized in a practical and sensible manner. Mueller cited 3 ways Google's system works to understand page headers and how they support a page. They include a page with one H.1 heading, multiple H.1 headings, styled pieces of text, without semantic H.T.M.L. This obviously illustrates a lot of freedom when it comes to page style and organization, as well as header tags in general. And plenty of sites are being rewarded that use all 3 of the above-mentioned layouts. Header tags, including H1s, are also useful for accessibility. Especially for visually impaired site visitors that don't have the ability to actually look at the website and its design. Software that aids users with disabilities to consume websites will read headers in the order it sees them. Thus, H1s are a large part of a website communicating with those users, but multiple H1s won't affect that page's effectiveness, even for the visually impaired. Remember, it's about the user experience. 10 times out of 10, having that semantic structure that indicates a clear organization of the content on the page is going to work in that web page's favor in terms of crawlability, digestibility, and ultimately, visibility. getting the most from H1s and header tags. While it's been said that H1s don't directly affect organic rankings, i.e., keyword inclusion, multiple tags, etc., it'd be impossible not to consider them to be a significant part of each web page's overall optimization and, therefore, presentation. If headers can help people understand the content on the page in an easier way, it's likely they can help search engines in a similar manner. And they do. Consider your main header, which may very well be an H.1, to be an accurate summary of the page and its content. All other topics and categories on that page would likely line up below that main header as a subhead, typically going more in depth about a topic within that main header. Think of the semantic structure of a page in a simple way. Main header could be an H.1. Subhead 1 could be an H.2. Subhead 2 could be another H.2. Secondary subhead 1 could be an H.3. Secondary subhead 2 could be an H.3. Subhead 3 could be another H.2. Secondary subhead 1 could be an H.3. Secondary subhead 2 could be an H.3. Secondary subhead 3 could be an H.3. Subhead 4 could be another H.2. Subhead 5 could be another H.2. Some content won't have many or any subheads. Some will have multiple. Again, it's about the content and the best way to present it to the audience. Headers are more important than H1s. Headers can be H1s, but they don't have to be. The main heading of a page can be an H.1, but it doesn't have to be. The main heading of a page should be an overarching topic, summary of the page, and thus likely will also include target keywords. But it's not for a page's SEO, it's for the website visitor and the experience they have on the website. Remember, it's not about SEO. It's about users. Make the message clear and each page layout simple. This video is credited to Search Engine Journal. If this is the first time you are watching our videos, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on notifications for more useful digital marketing videos. If you need help or want to discover more what was covered in this video, click the link on the description below.